the night of the full moon in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I'm in the cruise terminal. And there's the full moon. I've been chasing the full moon all around the San Juan. I went to the top of the Castille Cristobal, big fort. Looked 360 degrees around, couldn't see any sign of the moon. A lot of clouds. Then I walked to El Morro, and there's a whole crowd of people there with blankets lying on the grass, ready for the full moon, singing songs with lights. Lovely. And then as I was walking back along through the red door, it was the entrance to Puerto Rico, which door? There I saw the moon. So now I'm following it. This is the massive port terminal. It's a perfect port for cruise ships, massive cruise ships. Because it's deep, it's wide, easily accessible. Which is why Puerto Rico is such a asset for anyone with military ambitions. And why the Spanish hung on to it as long as they could. It was the last Spanish possession that they let go of. All kinds of things going on. It's about 7 o'clock, 7:30. It's Friday night, and the place is hopping. Street vendors are all over San Juan. And these are all locals. Everyone's speaking Spanish. This is not the tourist season. Occasionally you see a big chap with a crew cut, and he's probably military. There's a huge military base here. This is the ferry, Puerto Rico ferry. Okay, so that's where it is. I need to go on that to the coffee factory. I think that's the only reason that people catch the ferry here. Well, people, tourists. Oh yeah, the moon is getting smaller and smaller as it's rising. Gosh, look at all this. Something's happening. These are royal palms. These palms that are kind of thick in the bottom, and they go to a tiny little palm frond at the top. They're very good at keeping water underground. They're not terribly good for shade, but they're terrific at withstanding storms and making sure nothing floods. Most of the beautiful Spanish buildings that were along the harbour have been pulled down, but some of them are still here, as you can see. See, there's another cruise terminal. over there. A little tugboat. Oh, maybe that's the ferry. Maybe that's the ferry to the Bacardi factory. That may be the Bacardi factory over there. I'm not sure. And then this, you can see the huge, that looks like there's a road over there. There's no road there. Not sure what that is. Okay. Lo siento. So that's an old Spanish building that's turned into Senor Frogs. Hot place to go on Friday night if you like to spend lots of money. Everything in Puerto Rico is way more expensive than in New Jersey because everything has to be brought in by an American ship. None of this container ships from Canada, not to Puerto Rico. Congress made sure of that in 1917 with the Jones Act, which is why you don't see Chinese buildings, Chinese developments, Confucius institutes in Puerto Rico. It was a very smart move in 1917. Only ships that are owned, built and staffed by Americans can bring stuff here. It also means that passenger ships, cruise ships, they can only visit. They can't bring stuff with them, and passengers don't get off. Along the port, there's a big presence for the Food and Drug Administration of the United States, as there should be. I'm not sure very many clinical trials take place in Puerto Rico, but I'm sure some do, and that's a good thing. Clinical trials help hospitals a lot. They help them stay in business. Look at this. This looks like it's a place where ships get repaired. There's so many lights from so many different sources. It's very hard to see what the moon is doing on the water. So I'm going to go back to my place. And look at the moon shining on the lagoon. Yeah, okay, that's what this is. That is another cruise terminal. Oh, and there, the moon is gone. September 29th, 2023, Susanna J. Dodgson in Old San Juan, Puerto Rico.